Going?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's isolation treating you, mate?
Yeah, we've got a full-on lockdown. We're on level 4 now, so we can move a little bit more. But yeah, it's treating us well. Kapi is quite busy. We need to do a lot of things around the house all day, every day. So yeah, but it's been good. How's things there?
Better. I was just actually saying before you came on that to yesterday they a few more. They allowed us to now go out to other people's houses, only 2 adults at a time. So you can actually catch up with friends. So instead of kind of meeting at a park and going for a walk, you can actually have dinner. So you watch everyone else try and catch up with everyone. Let's just hope people aren't silly and that we can continue to keep on the right curve, flattening the curve, whereas your curve over in South Africa is kind of hitting a peak, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so we're going into winter, so I don't know if that has to do with something. It's been a bit colder now and all that, so I don't know if that has to do with anything, but yeah, it's not ideal to go up, so we wanted to flatten the curve, but we're struggling a little bit at the moment.
Yeah. Where's Kapi? Everyone's asking. You'll have to wait, everyone. I'm actually talking to Dane, thank you.
No, we've locked down with her younger sister and her husband with the 2 babies. So they asked them about. That's why I'm actually sitting in my bedroom because there's no safe place with 2 babies in the house. Like there's no way I would be able to speak to you if I was anywhere else. So I'm actually sitting in my bedroom and I told them to keep quiet, but the baby's shouting and yeah, it's just too busy.
Oh, no, look, this isn't a proper interview, mate. I don't know if you've caught any of my normal live chats, but it is so laid back. I mean, I normally have alcohol, but I've gone for the Rooibos tea. Or you've gone beer.
Obviously, you know that.
I do know that. Mitch, I was speaking to Mitch and she was saying she better be 10 deep by the time you get on live.
It's a bit earlier, yeah, so it's difficult. If I was 10 in, I have a serious problem then.
Hi, my name's Dane.
10 in at 1:30 after a gym session. It's a bit difficult, but I'm going to give it a massive go today. Don't worry. It's going to be
good.
And everything going. So,
are you? I've seen your little gym set up. It looks pretty cool.
Yep. No, and Marizon decided to paint the one wall. It's an accent wall. I don't know what it is, but it's red. We had to drill something in the roof to do the TRX stuff. It's getting along really well. I'm glad we've done it because I don't know what we would have done if we didn't have it. So yeah, she was on the ball with that, and it's quite convenient now. So just go downstairs, gym, and enjoy your day.
Is Kapi in there most of the time, or is she just doing this do-it-yourself home jobs around the house?
No, she's doing a lot. She actually started painting our pavement, so the whole driveway, about 2 days ago. She got her younger sister to obviously help. So they've been on the driveway. The poor dogs aren't allowed to move, as if they would understand that they can't go onto wet paint. But anyway, they've been busy. They've been really busy. But no, she loves her training in the gym, so she makes sure she gets it in before she gets busy.
Yeah. How have you been, like, sleep patterns? Are you getting up late? Is Kapi kicking you out of the bed going, come on, we've got to go exercise?
No, if anything, because I'm training with my brother-in-law, we try and do it as early as possible because we've got a lot of things to do around the house. Because I've got some muscle with me, so he can help me drill some holes. And I can do the small holes, but the big ones I really struggle with. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the lightest, thinnest person, but my weight doesn't help me get into the wall with big holes. So I'm trying to. So I'm lucky with him. So we try and gym early, and then so I'm actually out of bed earlier than Kapi. You won't believe it.
Whoa! Holy smokes! I am impressed, Dane.
Yeah, I'm impressing myself. Like, I'm actually really impressing myself at the moment. I have to. I mean, I was injured for a very long time, so I need to shake off the, doing nothing, weight and all those things. So what better time is in the lockdown where the only thing you can focus on is getting strong and obviously fit.
Yeah, well, I caught up with Mitali Raj actually the last Insta Live, and she was saying that her goal is to make sure that she does the quickest lap come the 50 over World Cup. So she's going to be leading the side on the quickest lap. And I'm like, really? Natalia, I've seen you always last. she said, no, I am definitely going to work on that. She goes, and then you've got to add it into your commentary. And I was like, righto, okay, whatever.
I don't think I'll be that person.
Mate, as you know, I was never that type of person anyway. Just get what you need to get done.
Yeah, I just need to be able to run around on the field without dying a little bit inside. So.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame that the Aussie girls didn't come out. It would have been an interesting series with you guys. First time for, first time for all of those players to be playing out in South Africa.
That would have been great. I said it in a lot of interviews after the World Cup and during lockdown. It was such a massive hype, especially in Australia, the final. So I think women's cricket was on the rise. I mean, we came home. People greeted you and you didn't quite understand how, when, but you kind of forget that people actually followed the World Cup and, it was in such a hype, and what better way to keep going was playing against the world champs again. And yeah, I was disappointed. I would have liked to play them and try and get some sort of revenge because we're struggling to get the revenge. So, it would have been good, but unfortunately this pandemic happened and we have to do what we have to do to make sure that it doesn't spread. So, would have been nice. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But I guess on the flip side, especially for you and Kapi, you guys travel around a fair bit. Obviously, you're out here for the Australian summer playing the WBBL for the Sydney Sixers. Obviously, if the 100 was playing, you're normally over in England as well. So hence why we're seeing the house transform with all sorts of things.
Yeah, well, when we bought the house, I thought, this is it. This is it. It's fine. That's what we want. And I was obviously wrong. Kapi changed everything. But no, we spoke about it. Obviously, it's not ideal. You want to play cricket and, you're so used to that lifestyle and not being home, but it's actually quite nice. It's nice to be able to do things that you haven't done. Just, again, as I said, Kapi has had a very not difficult, but tough 3 years. She's played every league. She's played every game. She's been very busy, and she actually said it in an interview that her body got a bit of a hammering. And even I didn't know. I know she was struggling, but I didn't know that, the body was that tired. So I think for her, great. And then for myself as well, I haven't really had a chance to really work on my strength, the strength side of the game. It's always injury, trying to get ready for another tour breakdown, and it's just like that up and down. So it just gives me the opportunity now. It's been 5 weeks now, and just to get a bit stronger and Kapi as well, just to rest. And she's enjoying it. She's seeing the babies, seeing her sister, and we're just spending a lot of time together. And you get to know people on a different level during lockdown. So, but it's been pretty good, and hopefully we can get on the box sooner rather than later. But we don't know when we'll have another chance to be at home for this long. So we will take it. Yeah.
Well, she loves her nieces and nephews, doesn't she?
Oh. Yes.
I'll tell you a story. I don't know if so Ben Sawyer, the head coach of the Sydney Sixers, so first year of WBBL, he spoke to myself and he spoke to Elise Perry, and he's like, do you have an idea of an international? We kind of need a fast bowler, blah, blah, blah. I said, Marizanne Cat, last time I remember, which was 2013, great action, fast, is good with the bat, blah, blah, blah. I said, but she's got 2 kids. And he's like, so I said, I'm sure if you can bring them out, she'd be all fine. And he kind of stalked her on Instagram, and she was posting all the time, the kids. So, this is back then when no one really knew each other as even female cricketers, and we hadn't played you guys in a bilateral series, so we only see you every now and again for an ICC event. And so he rang up Marathon and he actually said, but Sydney Sixers would like to have you on board, and, we're happy to bring over the family. And she kind of just went with it. And then I think it clicked, didn't it, later for her, because she actually, I think, maybe called Ben back and said, by the way, I don't have any kids. And then Ben goes, you stitched me up. I said, mate, seriously, I genuinely thought, because she posed so much of those kids.
No, that's quite funny, because I can imagine her going along, okay, so my kids or whatever, but no, she loves them. They're very busy. Again, it's not the lifestyle that myself and her is used to, especially waking up early, baby waking up in the early hours of the morning. It's not as we wake up to go feed her or whatever, but you still wake up. So, but no, she loves them. I think she's burning to have one of her own, but duty calls and cricket is obviously important now.
Cricket for now.
Cricket for now, and then hopefully in the near future she'll make a decision. But for now, let's just stay with cricket.
Yeah. Did you like the photo that I posted of you guys?
It was so funny. I was like, oh, I didn't even show Kapi. I was like, because she, how she is. I was like, oh, I'm not going to show you this, because she just said she's got it, like, oh, look at back in the day. Look at my face or whatever. So I just saw it and I was like, oh. No, I really idolized you. So I remember that day, because you came up past us and it was North City over with correctly, and you came past us and she was like, I need a photo with her. And I said, well, let's do it. We need to take a photo. And looking back, the hairstyles and everything wasn't 100% on point.
How old were you? 16?
I was 15. I was turning 15 that year. So,
baby.
Yeah, it was January 2009. So I was turning 15.
Yeah, well, I'd actually met you 4 years before that, didn't I? 2005?
Yes, you did.
For everyone that didn't know, 2005, my first World Cup was in South Africa. And, all the teams train, and so every now and again you have net bowlers. And this little punk, 10 years of age, yeah? Must have been.
I was 12. Was 12.
So comes in and she comes bowling and with this leggy, and we're like, phew, she's 12. She can bowl. She can land it. And Lisa Kitely, I think Lisa Kitely was facing you, and she walked out of the net. She goes, this kid's going to play for South Africa. Lo and behold, 4 years later, she's in Australia playing in the 2009 World Cup. Do you remember that, or is it all behind you?
No, literally, it's literally one of my highlights for when I grew up, especially, back in the day, with all due respect, because women's cricket wasn't as big, in South Africa, I didn't even know the South African players back then. I didn't know who they were. I was a bit younger, so I didn't play against them. So there wasn't really somebody I looked up to when it comes to women's cricket. We always just went to men's cricket. And, when I had that experience, and you guys were really, welcoming. And I remember Lisa gave me her shirt, and I still have it till this day. And I remember giving it to me, and she told me that I'll see you at the next World Cup. And it was very special. I'm not going to lie. It's something that I remember for forever. And I think that was the start where I actually started really idolizing women's cricketers instead of men's cricketers. So I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was only yesterday for you, you spring chicken, you.
No, I'm turning 27 this year.
Sorry, what?
I think 27. I think I'm 26. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I feel 18. Kapi tells me, hey, you're not 18. And sometimes,
pull your head in.
Sometimes I feel 21. I don't feel older than 25, but, it is what it is.
Oh, dear. I wanted to ask you, because I haven't actually had a chance to speak to you guys after the semi-final. I know you may not want to talk about it, But you're pretty cool and pretty laid back. What was it like for you? The rain, the build-up, all of that?
Yeah, look, I remember Midge messaging me and saying, "Oh, we'll grab a beer after they called the game." And I literally replied, I said, no, man, we're going to play. I said to her, we're going to play. I just had that feeling the whole day. I told myself, I'm not going to look at the radar. I'm not going to get sucked into that. I told my teammates, let's not get sucked into that. I mean, everybody tried to stay as focused as possible. That's it. We had a game, and then the India-England game rained out, and it honestly didn't look promising. Let's be honest. It was really wet out there. But I knew it's a home team. Let's be honest. You have to do everything and anything to get that game in. Especially what was at stake, and that was the MCG, the grand final, getting 90,000 people there, which I understand 100%. So, look, build up. We got to the ground. I said to my team, as I said, because I know the facilities at SCG, I'm very lucky to be able to train there a lot. So I know the facilities, and I said to the batters, the people that hit balls, you go hit balls. If you bowl, you bowl. You obviously make sure you do what you've done all the time before game. And everybody went in, everybody was focused. And at a stage, they looked a bit dodgy. I didn't think we were going to get a game in. But again, as I said, I have to give credit to the ground staff. They did an incredible job to get us on the park. And as I said, you have to beat the best to be the best. And that's what we want to do. We didn't do it that day. And full credit to Australia going out and winning that cup. It was,
It was such a good game. Like, it was... And I actually think, having played in those type of tournaments, the semi-finals are actually the most nerve-wracking games because you want to get to the big one. And I can certainly see the Australian girls, they were tensing up. And when Laura Hulfart started to, smack the ball left, right, and centre, she had an outstanding tournament.
No, she was...
But she sent a few heart murmurs going through the Australian camp and those that were there who actually hung out. But the whole atmosphere, even though there was so much rain and it wasn't a packed crowd or anything like that, I don't know if you felt, but I felt it in the commentary box, just that there was a certain level of drama that we hadn't yet really seen in the World Cup, and you guys were able to provide that. That's pretty special.
Yeah, look, it was a special day. Playing any game at the SCG for myself, Marizon. I mean, my teammates has never been there to go to the change room. I mean, that's history. So it was pretty special just getting there and playing at the SCG. We know that the crowd turns up. It doesn't matter how many people. It always feels like it's a packed crowd. And it was special. I have to give a lot of credit to my teammates. They really pulled up and they put a big fight on. I remember Laura coming to me after the game crying, and she said, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry." And I just laughed at her and I said, "There's nothing more you could have done. I'm sorry." That's what I said. She was incredible. I have to give her a special mention. She was incredible. Somebody that was on the verge of not making a T20 team to performing the way she did. I mean, I think the fact that she went down the order a little bit gave her a lot of freedom, and she's one of the hardest workers in the team when it comes to a game, and she worked on a game. I watched her working on a game. We had our Super League before the World Cup, and the way she batted in the provincial tournament was incredible. We were at the Newlands and she hit balls into the stands. I just said to her, "What are you doing? What are you eating? Tell me so I can do it." And look, it was a great game to be part of. Obviously very disappointing. Again, very short. I mean, 2017 World Cup was 3 balls and this was 3 runs. So I think the gap's closing when it comes to world cricket at the moment, and it's exciting for the game. I think it's very exciting. Like you said, it was tense, and that's what you want in every cricket game.
Correct. Yeah. Well, we want it as spectators. I'm sure as players, sometimes you want it a little bit cruisy.
No, definitely. I sat outside when I went out, and I'm generally somebody that sits inside. I don't watch. When I'm nervous, I don't watch. I go sit in a shower somewhere. And I was sitting next to Hilton, our coach, and I said to him, "Why am I outside? what am I doing here? I don't want to watch this. I'll just call me when whatever happens. I don't want to sit here. But I ended up sitting there and I thought I couldn't leave. But yeah, I don't like them stuff. But it's part of the game. And I guess that as a team, you grow a lot more from those games than you do from easier games.
Yeah. Guys, I am watching the comments, by the way, coming through, and we will get there, but I'm actually catching up with Dane. I'm sorry. Like, I haven't seen her for a while. I haven't seen her since that semi-final, and then she was on the field, and I couldn't speak to her after, so sorry. So let me just have 1 minute. We'll ask her about avocado in a minute. I've seen a few of them. Don't worry, we'll nail her about that. I just want to I want to say something. I want to stick up for you here, because you got absolutely hammered on social media because of the comment that you made in the press conference, which was taken out of context. So I just want to clarify, Dane actually meant that her side, they wanted to get into the final by playing. That's it. No comment on any other team or anything else. It had nothing to do with India. It was just purely, you're the type of player, and like you just mentioned, you wanted to play the game. You thought that was best for the competition, best for you guys to make it into the final by beating the best, correct?
Yeah, that was it. There was no reference made to anyone. That was what I meant. And I mean, if we played the first game, it would have been what it was. So we played the game, so I had to make the comment that we had to beat the best. We didn't want any free passes, and I'm not saying that anybody else got one. That's all I said. Yeah. But yeah, I was a bit hammered, but if the shoe fits, I always say if the shoe fits, it is what it is. I'll stick up for my team any day, all day. That's my job.
Yeah. Well, I'm backing you up, mate. And if anyone has words with you anymore, I'll knock them around.
Thank you.
Actually, I might get Chloe trying to knock them around. I'm a bit...
Yeah, look who's a strong baby there. Baby giant. Strong, big girl.
Okay, all right. Comments. Right, here we go. Avocado. How careful are you now when you cut an avocado?
I am ridiculously careful. As I mentioned before, Pez gave me some utensils that helps me cut and peel and everything in avocado, and I use it. I use it every time I have an avocado.
Right. So Cappy hasn't taken over the cutting of the avocado. Concerned about you. It's all right. I've got it. No. She's like, make me. I do stupid stuff. She tells me all the time. I just do stupid stuff. I'll break a glass. I'll cut myself. I'll burn myself all the time. I just looked at. My brother-in-law passed the drill because he was on a ladder, and I was grabbing the drill, and I forget that the drill bit is really warm, and I've got a massive burn on my arm. So, yeah, she told me the other day as well. I was sitting and watching actually our interview that we had with CSA, and I was laughing, and I wanted to grab my glass, punched it off. So, no, I think she gave up. She doesn't have to cut an avocado. I'm going to cut myself cutting steak, so it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, Australia is a special place for you guys, isn't it? You spend a fair bit of time, but it's also where you got engaged.
Yeah. Yes. I was actually in Melbourne. Cappy came and visited me. I played for the Melbourne Renegades. It was quite a funny story, though, because she told me she's going to go shopping. And I'm like, but we only have a certain amount of time together, and I'm not allowed to join her. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I hate shopping. So whenever her sister and herself went shopping today, I will not go with. I don't like it. And I was like, okay, cool. But 3, 4, 5 hours later, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? Yeah. And she said to me, no, I have to go down to the basement. I said, why do I have to go down to the basement? What's going on? And I just messaged her. I said, I'm done with this. I'm coming to my room. I'm done with this. And it actually ended up me walking in. And as you walked into the room, the bathroom is straight in, right, and the room's that side. Now she had this whole thing here, but I didn't look. I was so upset. I went in straight bathroom. But as I walked into the bathroom, I kind of reversed, and I saw this. I looked at it. I was like, what's this? And then obviously I realized she actually the whole day was trying to prepare and getting, photos of my dogs with things around their neck that ask, will you marry me, and all those things. So I was like, oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
It was quite funny because I think I was doing some commentary and I was staying at the Olsen where you guys were staying. It was New Year's Eve. And everyone, I think it was only a couple of days before that she proposed or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think it was the 23rd or something, 23rd of December.
Yeah.
23rd.
So everyone at Melbourne Renegades knew. She hadn't told anyone at the Sixers. So then I quickly got on the WhatsApp going, I think Cappy's engaged, everyone. I was caught up with Dane and she's a little bit tipsy at the moment and she's going, woo! Throwing the ring, and everyone then hounded Cappy when she came back to the Sixers. We said, not good enough, young lady.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe you, but you know Cappy. I mean, but that was her first season, so I mean, we have to forgive her a little bit. You know, it's taken her 5 years to actually. Hey, she smiles a lot. Sometimes.
She smiles a lot. It does make us all laugh. You know, even Jason Richardson from Channel 7, you know, the bald guy, he's like, my goal is to make Cappy smile. I'm like, good luck, off you go, boy.
Good luck. I've been trying for 10 years. I'm still struggling. So
have you been keeping up with any of your South African girls, catching up on Zoom or whatever apps you guys are using over there?
Not really. Myself and Mignon speaks a lot because she's on the Exco and with Sthalekar and stuff, so we speak a lot about like the team stuff and obviously what we want to achieve with the team, off the field type of things. And then, you know, Chloe is obviously one of my best friends, so I catch up with her regularly. But we've got a group chat, so you kind of can keep tabs on what everyone's doing and making sure everyone's safe and all that. But I'm going to sit here live. I say we video call each other every other day and stuff. We'll just drop a message, you know, and speak and ask how things are going. I mean, my mom's dog got put down the other day, so I got a couple of messages from my teammates. So yeah, that's how we chat, but we don't really video call. If anything, myself and Chloe will video call.
Well, you guys have got a full house anyway. You guys must be exhausted by the end of the day.
I'm exhausted as I'm sitting here. All I want to do is sit in my bar area and have a cold beer. But when I look again, I need to go drill something or go.
You need cricket to start, mate, so you're not so busy again. You can just focus on just the playing and then sleeping, resting, recovering, eating, drinking.
And then Puppy's more tired playing cricket than she is doing literally
everything.
Household work, the whole day, every day. Like the whole day, every day.
Yeah.
We are so tired. She tells me I'm so tired. I said, yes, because you are busy all the time. You are busy. Just sit down. You don't even have to drink a glass of wine. Just sit down.
Oh dear. Are the brides been going? And that's barbecues or whatever.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So before the lockdown, because our president gave us like 3 days to prepare for lockdown.
Yeah.
And then my neighbors, they actually own a pub, but their pub you can like braai there or something like that. So they had so a bakkie is like a ute. So they bought me like 2 ute fulls of like packed full of wood, and I packed it next to my house, and it's almost done. And again, Kapi told me there's no way we could go through that. We went through it. So we enjoy it, right? Especially with lockdown. I mean, we've had incredible weather. Like I think we've only had in the last 5 weeks we had 2 bad days of rain. That's it. For that we've been 25 degrees and up, so we can't complain about the weather. So then my neighbors, they actually own a pub, but their pub you can like braai there or something like that. So they had so a bakkie is like a ute. So they bought me like 2 ute fulls of like packed full of wood, and I packed it next to my house, and it's almost done. And again, Kapi told me there's no way we could go through that. We went through it. So Yeah, we enjoy it, right? Especially with lockdown. I mean, we've had incredible weather. Like, I think we've only had in the last 5 weeks, we had 2 bad days of rain. That's it. For that, we've been 25 degrees and up, so we can't complain about the weather. So every day is a bright day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you guys do it pretty well. I know certainly for me, whenever I've done commentary, we have a lot of South Africans on our crew. And if there's an area within the hotel, there's a braai going where they spent hours getting the wood right and the certain temperature and then the certain things that they put on at a certain time. And I'm like, we just use the gas and off we go in our barbecue. And they're like, no, you've got to get it right. You're not doing it right, you Aussies.
It's all about time. That's how we spend time. You know, Kappie hates it because her dad, he always says, you know, we're playing for time. So you'll just keep on putting on wood and wood. So when they come, you know, because herself and her sisters are all quite the same, not massive drinkers. You know, the youngest one, we don't know what happened in lockdown, but all of a sudden she's a drinker now. We don't know if it's the lockdown getting her, but she's drinking. But so with her dad, he puts on wood all the time because when they come in and say, how far is the meat or the food, they were like, hey, the fire's still going. We can't braai. Like, there's no way we can braai. We need more coals. So yeah, we play for time when it comes to wood. Gas is too quick. We don't know what to do with ourselves if we do that. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, done, clock. You're not even finished with your first beer.
Well, so there's a few questions coming through. I wanted to ask you, what's your favourite ground that you've played at around the world?
Well, there's a mashup of two. It's my home ground, Centurion Supersport Park. Really fond memories there. And then SCG, obviously, any day, every day, all the time.
Was it weird being? Actually, which change rooms were you guys in when you played?
Visitors change.
Yeah, so it was different because you're normally in the homes change room.
Yeah, but we're not there all the time with the Sixers though. I think I've only been there once.
Oh, you're down at the AFL ones, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that was actually I actually stand corrected. I don't think we've actually had a game where we've been changing.
Oh, you're missing out. See, now you need to. Well, who knows what the WBBL is going to be like and what life is after COVID-19, but. Seriously, because it's different. Because the away change rooms at the SCG, for those that don't know, there's two separate areas. It's like it was for the professional and the amateur players way back when, whereas the home change room is all open. So there's difference. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of late nights there for Breakers, New South Wales stuff. You saw Sarah Ailey retired from 50 over cricket.
Yes, yeah. No, what a cricketer. Yes, I love Mitzi. I enjoy playing with her. She's a competitor. She's strong. I'm still a bit afraid of her. I think if she gives me a whack, I'll probably end up back in South Africa. So, but no, she's been incredible for the Sixers, and I've been enjoying playing with her. And I know she's been really ridiculously good for the Breakers as well. So I wish her all the best. I know she can make a success of anything that's going to come her way after the Breakers. So yeah, let's see. One's for you.
This one's for you. Right, where's the other one? Also, Pez re-signed with the Sixers. Are you guys still on contract?
That's our last year, contract-wise, so we'll see how Benny and Jodes and Pez feels about us. But we still have another year, so we signed 2 years, and I think there was only the rule that you can sign for 2 years. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Hopefully we do well. If we get to the WBBL, we can do well again, or try and do well, and Benny want to keep us.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? It's because, I mean, here in Australia, our numbers have really reduced from a COVID-19, and obviously New Zealand, they're reducing the restrictions as well, because I think they've had 2 or 3 cases, in the last couple of weeks. Really, their numbers are really dropped. So it's the international travel, I think, is here in Australia. Can athletes come in, especially from overseas or where countries the numbers are still ridiculously high? So that's the real question. Oh, Pommy's joined on.
Sorry?
Pommy and Bangwa.
Oh, what? Pommy Bangwa, is that what you just did?
Yeah. He's like, hey, what's up, hot Sthalekar?
Oh. Yeah, I can't see my comments are stuck here, so, there we go, there it goes. There it goes, I see now.
Oh, there you go.
Hi,
Now you can ask questions to Dane. See, she wasn't getting them before. Come on. Ask her something funny, silly.
Oh, there I see, Pommy, there we go, okay. There we go, okay.
I'm missing all of these guys, actually. I normally see them during the IPL, so I'm a bit, So I might have to do a little live chat with you, Pommy, if you want. So what's the plan? From a cricket point of view, you guys still don't know when you're back up, when you're training?
We would have gone to the West Indies again, third time in 2 years. So we would have gone there. But again, we don't know what's going to happen. I know CSA is still in talks with them and trying to find out what's the best way, around this. But we're still sitting anxiously and waiting to find out if we can see the Caribbean again.
That's always a tough gig, isn't it, to do?
Yeah. Quite difficult, isn't it? It's all work, no play, isn't it?
Yeah, no play. No lying on the beach or getting a catamaran or... Yeah. It's the one time you actually want to do recovery, isn't it, in the beach?
Oh, absolutely. I'm the first one. You won't see me ever do recovery anywhere else. But I'm like a dolphin in the ocean when I'm in the game.
Oh, dear. A few people are asking favourite chocolate.
I'm not a massive chocolate eater. I don't eat chocolates. But at home, I'd probably, if I had a chocolate, it'd be a bar one on the golf course.
Right. Anything that you've done quite silly, like games-wise, during this isolation period?
Like board games or...
Board games, puzzles, I don't know.
Well, definitely...
Donkey, are you that bored?
I'll never do a puzzle with Kapi. That's something that we agreed on. I think we'll probably knock each other out.
Right,
thinking, because I'm always right, she's always right, so we just leave it there. We had a board game night the one night. It was Kapi and her brother-in-law and then myself and her sister. We were winning, but then we felt like they started cheating because it was actually a Pictionary game. And Dane started drawing, like, he would draw a line and Kapi would be like, Eiffel Tower, and she got it right. Like, it didn't make sense. And they still admit that they didn't cheat, but I think they cheated. They still give us a bit of slack because listen, Kapi's sister she's sporty, but she can't, no art. There's no art bone in her. It's a shame. We struggle a little bit with her.
Yeah. So have you seen your family at all?
I have not. I haven't really seen her. My mom, my dad, my brother, my grandma. We found out three, 4 days ago. She's got brain cancer, stage 4. So it's been a difficult one. We would like to go home just to support my mom. To be there with her, but unfortunately I can't. So we speak every day, all day. So that's fine. I'll try and keep her.
How old's your grandmother?
80. She was never sick in her life, and she's got brain and neck. So it's not the best news, but we'll stay positive and keep praying that she can recover or just have a peaceful life for as long as possible. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, you guys want to get the lockdown done as soon as possible then, so you can go and see them.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to get to my mom. I just want to help her a little bit.
Yeah. Someone's just asked here. Kirsty has asked, do you talk cricket at home or do you try and switch off from your work? You and Kathy?
Not as much anymore. I have to say with obviously all the sport that stopped now, we'll watch cricket all the time at home if it was on, and after we try not to, but we end up putting 202 at home. It's channel 202, and we watch cricket. So no, obviously it's in our blood. So we do speak about cricket. We spoke about the semi-final the other night as well, stuff we could have changed, and obviously she wasn't there. So yeah, it's in our blood. So we end up speaking about it, even though we don't realize that we speak about it. So yeah. But I like switching off. I'm a lot more chilled about life than Tuppy and cricket.
Slightly. Okay, man.
A little bit.
There's one thing that I forgot to ask Mitali, but, because obviously you're captain as well. If you, and this lockdown has made everyone just probably stop and think a little bit, is there one game where you would like to change a decision that you made on the field? What would that game be? Or are you the type of person that goes, you know what, I went with my gut, didn't quite work, I'll move on. But can you look back and go, if I could, what would be the game and that you would change that moment?
It probably like the 2017 World Cup semi-final. I think it wasn't a decision. It was that of just taking that 5 seconds to turn to Shibnam and say, just double checking where we're going, because we ended up keeping the field the same, or I kept the field the same, and she ended up going a tad fuller, but we said attack the stumps. And as a captain,
is this against Anya?
Yeah. Yes. And I ended up, I'll never forget, the ball went past my left, past Cover's right. And I think just in hindsight, if I just took that 5 seconds just to double check and make sure that I've got my angles right, maybe that would have made a difference. So, obviously that's something that's haunting me at the moment, and it's been haunting me for a couple of years now. But, I am somebody that if I make a decision, I need to back it, and, to have to live by the sword and kind of die by the sword type of thing. And there's never a right or wrong answer. Sometimes you get it really right, as like we did in the first T20 game or T20 World Cup game against England. We got it right. And sometimes you get it wrong, and unfortunately we got it wrong in the semi-final against Australia, and we got it wrong. I got it wrong in 2017 as well.
Yeah. Do you there's going to be people out there that say South Africa, come semi-finals, ICC events, they're just not quite sure how to get over the line. Have you guys? Firstly, have you watched the Test, the Amazon series about the Australian team? And then the second question: have you watched that 2017 semi-final match, or obviously the recent one against Australia?
I haven't watched the Test, I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched that.
Good.
I will, now that you tell me that. It's not the time on my hand. So I like watching stuff. I don't like reading stuff, so I'm not happy to watch it. I watched the semi-final in 2017 over and over and over and over again, and then I watched the T20 World Cup semi-final over and over and over again. Look, I stick with, we've been into two T20 World Cup semi-finals. We've been in one ODI World Cup semi-final versus a team that's been in most of them, 85 to 90% of them. So, and then I'm going with England and Australia. I mean, they've been the leaders of world cricket for many years. So it's easy to say, you get to semi-final, but you can't go. We don't have that experience. We don't have the 10, 20 years of experience coming into semi-finals and knowing to win crunch games or crunch situations. We're learning as we go as a team and as individuals. So, I'm not saying that Australia is just the team because they've got the experience. I think they've been leading the way for a very long time, and it shows with the World Cups they've won, but people need to understand that where we came from as a team. We've only been professional recently, so it's not like we've been professional for a while. So we're trying to get our domestic systems set up a little bit more semi-professional. So we've got a lot of work to do. This is work that's been done with all credit to Cricket Australia and Australia. So, yeah, it's easy to say that to semi-finals and with the men as well. It's easy to say that, but you kind of need to look at everything, you know, the history and all that.
To be honest, having only ever played you guys in ICC events to now having last WBBL we had the most South African players within the competition. Like that's just helping you guys. That's driving you, and nobody wants a one horse race. Everyone wants quality teams out there. So I think you guys are certainly on the path, and as long as I guess when you get to those situations, past memories, past experiences don't impact you negatively, then I have no doubt that you guys will be up there competing for an ICC trophy, which will be, I think, very good for the competition. So no, you guys are going well, really, seriously.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a hard work. I mean, since I started with the team, ending up my first World Cup, ending on second last, to coming into the last couple of World Cups we've played, coming into top 3, top 4. I mean, that shows the work that's been put in. So we can only get better. Hopefully, we don't stagnate the way we did what we did in the 2017 World Cup. We stagnated a little bit after that, and hopefully we can go from strength to strength when it comes to this World Cup.
Right. A lot of people are asking, is Cappy going to come in and say hi? Is she going to at least say hi to me?
There's probably, I can go ask her, but she kind of hinted at me that I don't think she, you know how shy she is.
You can just say hi. Just open the door and say hi.
Give me 5 seconds. I'll run around and see if she...
5 seconds, okay. I'll give you 5 seconds. See? She's a good woman. Dane's a good woman. Cappy, come on. You can do it. She's probably watching. I bet you she's watching somewhere. I'm trying. I should do a rapid-fire round of questions with them. No, I don't want to give them questions. The difference you want to see in the South African team. I think just what Dane mentioned, I think domestic cricket, a strong domestic competition is certainly important. I think the Australian women's side, we've had that. We've had semi-professional athletes now probably for the last, since probably 2013. Makes a big difference. Oh, wonder if she's got a...
Look who's here.
Oh! Hey!
Hello, Bunny. Say hello.
This is a baby Cappy, huh?
Cappy's coming, actually.
What? Get out of town.
She's coming. This is Alyssa. This is her younger sister, eldest baby. She's turning 3. What's your name?
3?
She's turning 3, but she's...
Oh, turning 3. When's your birthday?
In October.
Oh.
Yes, hey.
Oh, holy smokes. Cappy. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Good. How's your calf going?
Good.
Is it wrapped up? Is it okay? Is it safe?
Sorry?
Is it all wrapped up? Are you looking after your body?
I thought so, but no, now I'm more tired from all the housework. I think I'd rather play cricket.
Well, I was actually chatting to Midge, and she said that she reckons you just painted just that small bit of the driveway just to post on Instagram, and that you're going to get everyone else to do the rest.
No, the mace sits up on top, and then gives me shit, and I have to do all the work.
She heckles you from up the top, huh? Just throwing things, huh?
I have to have a beer in my hand and telling her she missed some spots. Like, really, come on.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. Are you guys enjoying cooking? Are you cooking, Cappy, or are you just letting everyone else serve you?
No, I can't cook at all. But I do everything else. The name makes me sound as if I do nothing. She literally cooks and drinks. That's wow.
I think that's fine. That's what's wrong with that.
It's not that bad, but okay.
I do everything now.
Well, I've been impressed with all the stuff that you're posting. What you took out a sink the other day.
Yes, again, when I was after Brian with my family, I was down working.
So what's the plans for the place? What's next on the horizon? Obviously, finish the driveway painting.
Yeah, but it's today was my off day. It's too hot outside. So I'll finish that tomorrow if it doesn't rain. Otherwise, I have to paint inside.
Okay. And are we adding anything else, or is it just patchwork stuff?
No, just touch-ups. Once the gym is completed the way I want it, I'll post a picture.
Okay.
She's tired now. She told us.
Okay. No. Well, it's night time for me. It's still like afternoon. Afternoon nap for you, young lady.
Yep, she's done.
Have you guys actually been having? Oh, see, that's perfect setup. Have you guys been having naps during days? No.
No, actually,
Too
funny
much
enough,
to do.
for me, not for me.
She's feeding you.
No, what? We did the garden the other day.
She started with the one wall in front of the house. That was, I think, a week and a half ago. It's still the same. It's not finished yet.
Done.
If you have button is skier, as you see it on the skier. If you have to stand a wall for a whole day and it still doesn't level up,
then you start feeling really sorry for yourself and upset because you don't actually, like, you don't want to do it anymore. It's one of those things that you start doing and you realize, why did I do it? Why? It's just like, why did I do it?
But yeah, tell that person to stop ringing you. You're busy. You're catching up.
Sorry, say again?
We couldn't kind of hear it because it was ringing, or something was ringing.
yeah, sorry, I'm doing it on my phone
No worries.
and I'm just running outside. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys, yeah.
We can't hear you at all.
What do you mean you can't hear me?
Can't hear you.
You want me to, I don't know sign language.
I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear you. I see Loza was watching.
Yes.
Oh, now she's busy. Now she wants to get busy.
Ah. So you can hear
I'm gonna come online.